Hi. So here's my linear placement, my linear drawing for my demo of applying the dry brush watercolor technique. Here's my cup of brushes. Notice how I tape down all sides of my drawing. You don't want to do little things of tape. You don't want to use the blue masking tape. You want to use a cream masking tape, and another name for that is artist tape, and this is the width that I used of tape. I have my 2 cups of water, the other one's over there. I have my paper towel, and here is my clean watercolor palette. I have phthalo blue red shade, ultramarine blue deep, ivory black, raw sienna. Wait, I think I used the wrong word. One moment, let me double check. Excuse me. Raw umber, Davies gray. This one is, let me look at the red again. Red deep. And then this is Venetian red. So I notice I chose a tree in winter rather than something that's during the summer, because also I prefer fall and winter, and I am in love with those dry brush watercolor paintings by Andrew Wyeth that are painted in the winter. So I'm going to use a round brush, and the first thing I'm going to do is just dip only the tip. See the tip? I only dipped, not the whole brush, so I have better water control. And to make that pretty light purple, I'm going to take a little bit of the red and put it on one of my mixing wells. Now I'm going to clean off my brush because I want to go for some blue, but I don't want to contaminate my blue with red. And so I dry off my brush on paper towel. Now I'm going to try the phthalo red shade. I'm just really curious. It's really pretty. So that's that phthalo red shade and red deep watercolor mixed together. Now I'm going to clean off my brush again in my dirty cup of water. Going to dry my brush on my paper towel, which I did. Now it needs a little more red. So I need to dip only, again, the tip of my brush in the jar of water. Okay. And so I added a little more of that red deep red, excuse me. Now see, we have a purple because blue, when you mix it with red, makes purple. And that's a good saturated color. So I'm going to clean off my brush. But I notice in the color when I squint that there's this yellow ochre kind of color. So this kind of has that. I don't have yellow ochre on hand with me right now, but I have this raw umber. So I'm going to mix that into this color. And actually, this is the color that is there. It's just more diluted. So this is a great color. This is what I need. And to make it a lighter value, I just dip the tip of my brush in there, and I'm just going to move this color mixture over into another well. And see, this is slightly lighter than that one. The value is a little lighter. Each time you add water to your color mixture, you will be lightening your value. You're not going to have a saturated value. So now what I'm going to do is I'm loaded my brush, and I'm going to only, now that's called a watercolor bead, I am going to apply the wash to where I see that color. Now a watercolor takes about 5 minutes to dry. You can speed up the drying time with a blow dryer, but I don't like to do that. So see, I still have enough pigment, see that bead? So I can still travel with that bead with my brush. And see how it doesn't look overworked? It looks really nice. And maybe I'm going to leave that there. That's a good stopping point for this color. Well, maybe I'll put some here. There, that's nice. Okay, so I need to let this dry before I put the dry brush watercolor on top of it. So this wash needs to dry first. So I'm going to stop this recording at this point because you saw the next step. You start with the line drawing, then you make a wash and you apply that color only like where you see it as a wash before you do the dry brush on top of that. But you have to let this part dry first. All right, thank you.